Let's look at what's going on along the riverfront. A pretty evening, and we are dry. 81 degrees under mostly clear skies, 75 degrees. Even if I was a billionaire, I'd still be doing this. Light wind out of the south at around 5 miles an hour, kind of that stagnant air mass, but temperature-wise, pretty typical for mid-July almost. 70s and low 80s outside at the moment. Mostly clear, but notice a little thunderstorm kind of north of the state line. This is a weakening thunderstorm, but if you had been looking up to the north, might see those flashes in the sky over in Marion County around Columbia, Mississippi. That shower activity is winding down, although even a little bit of rain in Angie, Washington Parish. Still some activity across much of the southeast from this upper disturbance. This has been kind of a prolonged period of more active rain chances. Certainly not flooding rains, thankfully, here, nor severe weather, but a little bit more activity, more so than just our typical pop-up shower thunderstorm variety. Now, that looks to continue into tomorrow. By Sunday, I'd mentioned at the top of our newscast, we would probably see a little bit more rain coverage because it does look like we're going to get into this little disturbance, and a couple of models are indicating better rain chances for Sunday. That could linger into Monday with that instability overhead, but by Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, this upper high builds in and kind of centers itself right over us, so not much rainfall. That starts to change as the high becomes positioned more over Texas toward the end of the week, and more of those disturbances are able to move overhead. So a rain chance kind of peaks on Sunday, starts tapering off, and drier few days as we head into next week, and then starting to see those rain chances ramp back up going toward the end of the week. And with that upper high, we are going to get a return to that heat dome for a period going into next week, sending our temperatures not record levels, but maybe at times in the near upper 90s, which would be flirting with some records. So that ongoing thunderstorm just north of the state line not really being depicted well on our computer model, but mostly dry through the rest of the night. We start off the midday, even before noon hours, with some showers bubbling up, more so during those early afternoon, and then by the evening coming to an end. I do think Sunday we'll see a little bit more rain coverage, mainly with that little disturbance. And as I said, several of our models are indicating more rain Sunday. Not a complete washout, but definitely looking at better rain chances. But it does keep the temperatures down. Out in the tropics, almost completely cloud-free across most of the Atlantic basin. There is one little African wave that is south of the Cabo Verde Islands. A lot of thunderstorm activity still ongoing. Models not really picking up on anything, and at least at the moment, not being mentioned by the Hurricane Center, as they're still calling for us to stay quiet over the next 7 days. But as we've been mentioning, and again, this is a product that comes out on Tuesdays and is only updated once a week, the possibility of some development in the Gulf. What they are looking at, the models that is by the middle of next week, we're going to see this little disturbance get into the Gulf. If this can try and organize and remain as more of a concentrated area of thunderstorms, then perhaps something does organize. At the moment, the model's not very aggressive. Looks more likely just rain moving across the Gulf as it stands right now. This is a little too far out to know with any real accuracy. All we can tell this far out is models are picking up on something. We'll see. Again, that's reason why there's a little disturbance expected to get into the Gulf, so it's not unexpected to see the models kind of picking up on that. We've got plenty of time. 40% chance tomorrow, 60 to even 70 on Sunday. Then we start a drier period, mainly Tuesday through Thursday, with rain chances picking back up next Friday.